how many strikers have come and died at Chelsea? So many. Torres, yeah, Shevchenko.
Yeah, but Torres scored that goal.
Yeah, so what, man? He
but
died at Chelsea.
But he scored that goal and Gary Neville orgasmed on the commentary box when that. Oh!
Hey, I look formal today, mate.
You do look formal.
Yeah. What?
I feel like there's more distance than normal.
Yeah.
Are we social distancing today?
We are, because Abs is very ill. That's why he's not here. And yeah, we don't want to be passing any diseases around ourselves, do we?
I hope not.
I hope not, man. Right, look, yo, been another week.
It's been an interesting.
A lot of cancellations, but the games that stood, a few.
There's been some interesting results.
Yes, I think the best.
The biggest surprise result has definitely got to be West Ham losing to Leeds.
Yes.
Right, and Leeds getting a result. Not only was it a big result, but they got it away. They were playing West Ham, and West Ham were at home, and they flopped. This was a big chance for West Ham. This could be a pivotal result, because this was a chance for them to get a bit of breathing space between them and the rest of the guys fighting for the fourth spot.
Yes.
But now, Arsenal got a game in hand, and they're only 2 points behind. It's just now is gonna. I think now this is where West Ham are gonna come undone a little bit, because they should. To be fair, they should be beating Leeds at home.
They should. You should be, especially
based upon current form in the Prem.
The players they've got, Bowen in form, Bowen killing life. You know, they've just got such a big team.
They've a strong team.
Yeah, man. You can't be. If you're West Ham, you can't be losing to Leeds. But from Leeds' perspective...
But like I said, it's a pivotal game, because now it's a game changer for both teams' seasons. Yeah. Leeds could use this now as a catalyst to think, you know what? We can survive. We're going to stay up.
It shows you that the spirit, and that's why it is the best decision to stick with Bielsa, for now especially.
Who are they going to bring in if he goes?
Yeah, it's just one of those. There's no real... You're not looking at somebody and think, right, he's going to take that squad and keep him in the Prem. The only person, and I've said this before, who's going to keep Leeds in the Prem is Bielsa. Because that's his squad.
Yeah.
With those players, some of them, I watch them, and all my Leeds fan friends always cuss me for saying this, but it's the reality. Those players are not as good quality as the rest of the Prem. Some of them. Like, as a squad, quality-wise...
They've got one or two individuals that could do a job in a bigger team.
So, Rafinha, Phillips, Rodrigo, maybe, Bamford.
Bamford, I think.
But like, I look at Ayling, who Leeds fans love, and I look at him and he's like such an average right back.
To be honest,
an average player.
The thing is, though, when a fan base really, really likes the kind of person the player is, the football attribute of that player then kind of goes a little bit out of the window, and they look at him as a player and think, oh, he's amazing.
But you know what it is? And this is what it is with all those players, even the ones who are not as good, it's the passion. They give 100, they work for the team, and that's what Bielsa is as well. That's why it works at Leeds. It is the everything apart from the technical ability.
So you think they're staying up? I think they're staying up.
The spirit, man.
I think Leeds are staying up.
Who's going down? Is it Burnley?
Burnley.
And then Newcastle going down.
I think, you know what, right now, nothing's going Newcastle's way. Even when it looks like it's just about to go their way, it's not.
Even when they could have given Coutinho all the money in the world, he decided to go for Villa instead. But obviously it was a better choice.
He made the right decision there.
Of course he did. But for me, like the Wood signing and Trippier now as well, they've got more time. They're making almost the right signings to stay up.
Yeah, to stay up,
They're not making the mad, dumb signings who's got money.
Yeah.
They're thinking, well, who can we get? Right, and who's going to actually keep us up? I think Wood was the best purchase for them and the worst sale for Burnley, because
I don't know
guy.
I don't know why they agreed to that sale.
Burnley sell him, they go down, and Wood could keep them up. And literally, like, you can't be selling Wood if you're Burnley right now.
You can't.
You've almost just for 14, 15 mil.
Who are they going to sign now?
Yo, for 15 mil, you've actually signed off that you're going down.
You're going down.
Like, because he's your best player by quite a while, isn't it? Quite a long way.
Yeah.
And they've tried to keep Tarkowski. They've been trying for a long time, but...
He's going to go.
So
that selling him, what's that going to show that kind of player?
Yeah.
That actually, you know what? They're not bothered.
Let me go. Is it Everton? I think Everton want Tarkowski.
Yeah.
Even though Everton look like they could go down.
Everton could go down, to be fair.
But you might as well just look. It's a big club.
More likely to get back up faster.
Let me get the same wage I'm getting here.
More. I'll take a bit more. and I'll
or
jump
if they
ship.
give me more. No, but just, I'll jump ship because you've just sold your best player. You've got...
Okay, answer me this.
How does Cornet, this is what I don't get, go from playing the Champions League to come and get relegated to the Championship? Like, who made him decide to come to Burnley? He doesn't suit Burnley in any way, shape or form.
He must be regretting that decision.
Imagine if you're that guy.
You'd be depressed.
It's not, because it's not the money, obviously.
Most teams have psychologists now. So guaranteed he'd be making an appointment with that psychologist saying, listen, I made a mistake.
You've got to get me out of here.
Hypnotize me into believing I'm playing in the Champions League, please.
No, you know what he's got to do, He's just got to be like, write me a note. I'm going to end up committing suicide if I stay at this club. I'm going to submit it into the HR department. They need to sell me now.
Let them terminate my contract.
Let me leave. Terminate it.
I'll give you my wages back.
I'll sign for the lowest of the lowest in the French league again. Just it's mad. I don't get it. Anyway, moving beyond that, So,
I don't think his agent likes him.
No.
His agent must really not like him.
He must despise him. He must think.
His agent has done him like this, right? What about what's his name now? Spain striker. Played for Morata. His agent loves him. That guy goes from big club to bigger club every single transfer.
The banter, I rate the banter that you're coming out with, but I am someone who actually likes Morata. And the reason we don't think he's that good is because of his time at Chelsea. But how many strikers have come and died at Chelsea? So many. Torres, Shevchenko.
Yeah, but Torres scored that goal.
Yeah, so what, man? He died at Chelsea.
But he scored that goal and Gary Neville orgasmed on the commentary box when that... remember that?
Yeah, but it wasn't... I was watching that game like... I can't remember, I was watching it in a place where, it's like a, public view.
So you heard Gary's voice a lot more louder than that.
No, but I went mad myself because Chelsea was such the underdogs. And as a Man U fan at the time, I hated Barca because they used to ruin us every time. I remember that goal, but really and truly, apart from that goal, Torres at Chelsea...
wasn't very good.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't even say he wasn't very good, but his deadly
but he wasn't as bad as Shevchenko.
Yeah. No, he was such a great connection striker. And that's what he ended up remaining for the rest of his career. He actually stayed that guy who could connect the ball well. But he lost that deadly finishing ability. And he lost the yard of pace.
You see him now, though?
What?
Torres.
Well, is he still at Atletico?
No. Have you seen... Yeah, he's at Atletico, but he's a coach now. But have you seen what he looks like?
No. He looks like a ripped to shreds.
Hench.
Ham.
He's been at the gym.
At the gym.
You wouldn't say he lost the yard of pace now. He'd rip your head off.
No, but he got... This is the worst thing. He got a major injury, came back from it just before the summer, and then they paid 50 mil at the time, which was a huge amount of money. But he lost the yard of pace.
He was worth that 50 mil.
Not after that injury, though. At that time.
At the time, before... If you just looked at him...
If they kept him for another season, he would have gone for like 30.
Do you reckon?
Because he would have done the same. He didn't become a bad player. I remember watching him and I remember hearing everyone cuss him. And I'm like, well, this guy's playing fantastic football. He just doesn't have that yard of pace.
Yeah.
And because he was so reliant on it, he wasn't getting the same amount of chances.
Yeah.
And then he went to Chelsea. The crowd knocked your confidence at Chelsea. Like they do with all these strikers. We said Shevchenko, we said Morata. Yeah. We're seeing Werner, we're seeing Lukaku. Lukaku is going through the same thing. Lukaku. Yeah.
Did Lukaku come out after the Man City game and they said they asked him a question? He said, "Let's just talk serious here. First of all, congratulations to Inter Milan on winning the Coppa Italia."
Don't say that.
I saw a meme. I saw a meme where it said that.
No, the memes are killing Lukaku.
So I don't know if he actually said that, right? Or if somebody just wrote that to kill him.
Lukaku's just killed his career right now. He's doing that exact. He did that interview. You came back into the squad, which is what you wanted.
I don't know if he did say that or if that's a meme to kill him.
That definitely would have been a meme, yeah. But no, from my perspective right now, you made a big fuss. You're a big player because you weren't starting.
Yeah, but you know what? He didn't have the service.
But but now you're starting.
He had, I think, in the first half. In fact, overall in the game, I think he had
the one big chance, though, innit?
The least touches.
Yeah, but he had the one big chance.
Which chance?
The one against, we went through 1-on-1 and then he put it high when Ederson was stood up. You slot it low anywhere and Ederson's beat there. Big games, you get that one chance.
Yeah, you get that half a chance.
Big games, you get those chances. It wasn't even half chance. It was a one-on-one. You finished that. And
what do you think of Kepa in goal, by the way?
I didn't see much like mistakes, but for the goal, he took that step to the right, and it made him not get it. The finish was nice. The idea was nice. But Mendy's saving that.
I think so.
Mendy's saving it. It
wasn't
right bang in the corner.
Yeah, it wasn't. It was away from the post. It was a very good high.
It's just he took that step to the right, which I didn't understand. So yeah, Kepa's Kepa, man. It's another guy who was ruined at Chelsea. How many players do you want to see ruined at Chelsea?
Oh, you can't talk. How many players get ruined at Man U?
One. Let me come back. Yeah, before we actually talk about the topic of the episode, which is about.
I forgot about that.
The Chelsea manager, yeah? I know the time's running out on that. No, but look, Chelsea's main problem right now is the fact that they let Frank Lampard spend £220 million. And at the time, I was literally ripping my Chelsea fan friends. And they were like, no. Werner's the best striker in Europe right now. No. Havertz is the best cam in Europe right now. No. Ziyech is this. Pulisic is this. What have they all become at Chelsea? You know why? It's because Frank Lampard, with all due respect to him, didn't know how to spend 220 mil. Like, when you spend 220 mil, you get one or two who are popping, and you're taking a chance, though, because they've never played in the Prem. But you get secured, certified Prem baller, or someone who can't go wrong. You got to get a player who can't go wrong. I don't know.
Who's going to hit the ground running.
Yo, you buy a...
But even then, them players don't come and hit the ground running anymore.
There are. Bruno Fernandes came and hit the ground running, innit?
Okay, how many Bruno Fernandes are there right now in the world?
Yeah,
there's just one. It's Bruno.
Yeah, but when KDB came, came back.
After he...
But you knew he was going to kill it with his form for Wolfsburg.
Yeah.
This is what it is. There are players you knew they're going to kill it.
Okay. Hear me out.
Another example of Chelsea ruining strikers as well. Higuain. They do it all the time. Look, the top strikers. Higuain's not a joke striker.
He's not a joke.
These guys are no joke.
After that, though, he became a joke.
Yeah.
After Chelsea, he became a joke.
Yeah, but this is what happened.
He lost his respect. Now he's playing for Inter Miami.
Yeah. Yo, I know. One sec. Another person who you can come and bring and is going to hit the ground running. Cavani. He didn't score hat-trick first game.
No, but he's a baller.
But he came in and played as he always has done. That's what you need to buy one of them players at least.
Who would you think they could have bought?
What, at the time of Lampard's time?
At that time, who was available? There weren't that many big players available.
It's a toughie because you're taking, you're spending 220 mil though. So don't spend it.
Yeah, but they didn't spend. They didn't spend. Don't forget, they spent that 220 mil after they had the transfer ban.
Yeah.
So they got a bit excited.
They did.
So they thought, we need to
buy from the Prem. You know what? If there's no one out there, buy from the Prem.
I agree with that.
Buy from the Prem. Someone who's I'm not going to say buy Danny Ings, but that kind of player who's been doing bits.
Yeah.
He's not going to be a main striker, but if he starts hitting form, he takes the shirt. And then what? Like if you bought Werner, rather than buying Werner and Havertz, buy Werner and Ings, for example, yeah? And then if Werner's not popping, right, Ingsy, go on, let's see what you can do. How many years did Ings pop after that? Scoring 20 goals a season.
He did.
I don't know, buy a Vardy, man. You're Chelsea, innit? You can take
He wouldn't go.
I know he wouldn't.
He wouldn't go.
But I would make him
I respect Vardy for that.
I'd call him, as Lampard, I'd call him, listen, Chelsea, Southgate
listen,
treated
you
you
rat.
well. Yeah, Southgate's not treated you well. Obviously, Leicester respect you highly. You're doing bits. You've just took the FA Cup off us. Come on, man. Just please. He'll say, come and score bangers for us.
I don't think so.
Yeah. How much is it
Southern.
You need? I rate man. Anyway, right, you get my point, innit?
Yeah.
So, for me, that 220 mil, it's not ruined Chelsea, but if they didn't spend that and waited till Tuchel got that 220 mil.
This is what I was just going to say.
Tuchel had 220 mil.
If their current manager now had 220 million, I'd be praying that he became blind, because this guy with that much money at his disposal, the players he would bring in and the way he manages, this is the discussion we had earlier. I think you can put him alongside or maybe just under Klopp and Pep, and there's not many managers I would say that about right now. And then beneath,
it's a big point.
Tuchel, I would say is the rest of the managers. Would you say Simeone's on par with Tuchel, just below Pep and Klopp?
Simeone, you got to put him up there for the longevity of the job he's been doing. I think there's still a guy. I don't want to say it, but I will say it. I think
Oli. I was thinking that as well.
No. But you know what I'm thinking?
Ralph and them, man.
I'm thinking Ancelotti. I think Ancelotti is the category below them guys because
but Ancelotti...
He's got a great effect when he goes to a club.
Yeah.
He's got
the
a
initial,
great effect
the initial,
on them.
yeah.
And he did that with even Everton,
Yeah.
made them look slick. And then for some reason, who sacks Ancelotti if you're Everton?
He left.
No, he left? Oh,
He
there
left
you go.
because Real Madrid said, come back. And then he said, when the press asked him, how come you left Everton? He said, who would rather be... I'm not the only person who would rather be driving a Ferrari or a Fiat 500. He called Everton a Fiat 500.
They are a Fiat 500.
They're not. They're a Nissan Micra, brother.
What's worse?
Nissan Micra.
Nah, he's more reliable than a Fiat 500 though.
Is it though? Not anymore.
Delivery drivers, man.
They've got the old school Micras you're talking
old
about. Yeah, I'm talking about current cars right now.
Would you spend 6, 7, 10 grand on a Fiat 500 or would you spend 600, 700 pounds on a Micra and still get the same job?
Dead ones with about 50 dints all over it. Uncle G from Bangladesh has smashed it.
Legendary car.
Hit every lamppost and ballard there is in the city.
I used to know a guy, yeah, he used to have like 6, 7 Micras and he used to store things in it. Like he used to run a little delivery business in it. He was a mad guy, you know. Be like, oh, you call him for whatever it is you're getting from him. And he'd be like, all right, yeah, just give me like, an hour.
And then you have to go to the Micra.
And when he comes, yeah, he's like,
the Micra.
It's different coloured Micras. After a while, I was like,
how many
what's
Micras have you
going
got?
on here, man? Like, we used to basically trade clothes with him, innit?
Okay.
I was like, why do you always come in a different car? Whatever. And he's like, oh, well, basically, I don't want to pay for storage. He goes, the price I would pay for storage for the year, I can buy a Nissan Micra. So every time I need more storage, I buy a Nissan Micra.
Smashed it.
Yo, I don't know how he got them insured.
Traders.
Yeah, traders.
Yeah, traders.
Smacked it.
Traders.
And then like, it's mad. And the thing is, the stock he used to have, the type of stuff he used to have, wasn't that expensive. So someone robbed the Micra and the clothes in it. It's not a big hit to him.
Wow.
Mad guy. What a mad guy. I don't know what he's doing now, because we used to export clothes to Libya.
He's got a fleet of Micras all over Bradford.
No, he's from Leeds. I bet you the whole of Leeds now, you go to any ends, when you see a Micra, it's my man's.
Mad. Answer me this, yeah?
Why are we talking about Micras now?
Because you said rather Fiat 500 or a Micra.
Oh, we're a Micra, yeah.
I was going to say to you was this. Who do you think right now, yeah, if Pep was to leave the Prem, or if Klopp was to leave the Prem, if Pochettino was to come in, don't forget we've got Conte here as well at the moment.
Yeah.
Maybe a Zidane might come in, you don't know. Manu, because they're going to need another manager.
That just needs a good translator, obviously, innit?
I don't even think he needs a translator.
Yeah.
If Rons is there and he comes to Manu, Rons will translate everything for him.
Because obviously, Evra used to do the job for Sir Alex Ferguson with some of the guys who spoke French or other languages, because Evra used to speak so many languages. Someone like that in the changing room solves that problem, that language barrier.
So who would you rate? Like obviously, if Pep leaves, like to compete with Klopp, how many managers that are in the world right now do you think could step up with him? Because Klopp, after Pep, Klopp's the baddest.
So let's say Pep retires, yeah?
No, leaves Man City and goes somewhere else.
Yeah, but if he goes somewhere else, so I don't know about in the Prem. So he
leaves the Prem.
So we're talking about who's going to compete with him in the Prem.
Like Klopp now. Obviously, Pep and Klopp, they're competing with each other, right?
But at the moment, it's only Tuchel that you're saying.
Yeah.
The thing is, you're saying Tuchel's just under.
I know
Pep.
he's won the Champions League.
Even
but
though
you could argue he's on the same level because he's won the Champions League.
the guy came in 6 months later and won the Champions League.
That's what I'm saying. So you could argue he's on the same level with them.
So he took the Champions League
from Pep.
Liverpool were the champions.
Yeah.
So he took it from Klopp technically, passed the baton on, but he took it
away
from Pep.
That's what I'm saying. So would you say he's on level with them?
Listen, based on this last year, yeah, but obviously not all based on their careers, based on what he's done in the short time he's been at Chelsea as well. Again, we're talking about the team.
The Prem really suits him.
Yeah, so for me, it's not just the Prem. This is what he said after the game when we just lost to Man City.
Yeah.
He said, he goes, we were lacking creativity up top. We were saying this is a club, Chelsea. I've come to Chelsea. I'm managing Chelsea. What was going on is not acceptable. The lack of quality is not acceptable. You need to understand, it's not a once here, once there, whatever. You have to provide quality every time. He's talking about those 220 mil that Lampard spent, and he spent 100 on Lukaku. He's talking about that much money. He's saying you lot need to step yourselves up. This is.
I don't think he's talking about Lukaku so much. I think he's talking about
No, but he's on about the collective.
Yeah,
of
he had to make it out like that because he couldn't say Lukaku was dog shit. He couldn't say that not again because Inter Milan were going to get.
He couldn't say Ziyech was dead.
Yeah,
he couldn't say Werner was dead.
He couldn't.
But really and truly, he's got a lot of expensive footballers who are obviously not pulling their weight right now. But when he first came in, he took the same exact squad as Lampard did and utilised it so well. And that's what it is. He's a manager who, if you give him the money, the budget, you show it. He took PSG to the Champions League final. They'd never done that before. So this is, they haven't done that.
He got to 2 Champions League finals.
In 2 years?
In 2 years.
So this is what we're talking about.
He's a top manager.
It's
initially, I used to think Pochettino was a better manager than him. Now,
you can't compare the two.
The reason why I don't think Poch is as good as him is because when he was in France, Tuchel, right? The way he was winning matches and the way he was winning the league there, he found it a little bit way more comfortable than the way Pochettino's been going about it. It was easy for him.
Yeah.
Now on the flip side, Pochettino's gone there and it's been a bit of a.
There's a big difference though. Poch, I think, now has proven that regardless of the size of the club, who he is as a manager, the level of manager he is not there. He's not a winner like that. He's obviously won the cup with
the League Cup. That
was his first trophy in 6-7 years or something. As a manager. So it's like Tuchel's different. He's come to PSG as a winner, who took the league and a couple cups.
Yeah, quite a few times. Off
Bayern. That's huge. Then you come and you become a league winner regularly, and you took your team
to the Champions League final. Yeah.
Then you come to Chelsea the next year, mid-season, and you go and take the Champions League off the biggest clubs in the world. So that's already, you're showing now you have the potential to compete with these guys. And really and truly, what he's doing with Chelsea, obviously Chelsea's different to Liverpool because when Klopp came, he had to build the team he's got now. Well, this guy's already got a big squad. But guarantee you, if you let him have enough time to sell and buy who he chooses,
he'll kill it.
Because if he can sell Pulisic right now and get a lot of money, he can sell Havertz, Mounts. You could get a lot of money for the players.
I don't think he'll sell Mount.
I'm not saying he will.
No, I'm just saying.
But he's got the options to say, right, I don't like that player.
I think Werner could go.
I like that player.
I think Ziyech could go. Pulisic, I think he'd end up keeping him.
Yeah, well, the thing is, we don't know, but he could just offload and he'd have money. Plus, Chelsea are always invested anyway.
Got so much money.
So he could really build a top team if you let him.
A scary top team.
And that's what it is.
And then you have to say, right, because of the way Liverpool are with not spending that much money, they could actually leapfrog Liverpool and being the big challenger for City.
But what you are saying is, all right, you're talking about managers, but if Pep goes...
It's straight away, it's City, it's Chelsea. Would you telling me City would still be there?
No, but I'm saying we're forgetting that Pep goes, that squad's going to stay. And if a right manager comes in with their business, because the business of City's business
it's not going to change.
Works
of course.
Great.
Yeah.
The sports directorship is working great. Everything's great. If you just get someone who works with that, easy. It's easy to continue. You're not going to be easily winning as much, but you're going to be easily competing.
Okay.
It's easy for you to compete, but to do what Pep's doing and be the win
I've got another question
one
for you.
out of every two or one out of...
The Brighton manager, Potter. If he was at Man U right now, after Carrick and Ollie, right, do you think he would have, up to now, he would have had a bigger impact in terms of results and the way they play than Ralph has up to now?
Of course. I was watching the Aston Villa game, let's say the highlights of it, because I don't even enjoy watching.
But did you watch both the highlights of both the games?
Yeah, well, I watched the
FA
Cup game. Yeah, I watched...
Sorry, the EFL. It was not FA Cup, it was FA Cup.
So I watched a longer segment of that. Yeah. So, and that game, I don't know, we scored an early goal and whatever, we won. Yeah. But you
didn't really look comfortable in that game.
So hear what I'm saying about where Man U are at right now. I'm watching Ralph. He's come with an idea. Some people, some managers, it's great to see, you've changed your mind and adapted. But I actually look at him and think you've actually kind of left your philosophy behind now. You've actually just reverted to what works for the squad that you're in. And you were just stubborn when you first came in. And my point always was, He's the wrong. Like, his philosophy doesn't work for our players, and now he's reverted to that. But now, if he's reverted to a different philosophy, or let's say a different way of playing, because he could keep the same philosophy, he might as well have brought a manager who suits these players already. And Graham Potter, you bring him in, you know he'll make that tick. There's a few managers out there, you'll know they'll make this club tick. There's any of the guys, the Bayern manager at the moment,
Bayern manager will not leave and come to Man United right now.
Listen, if things go sour...
Also, that Julian Nagelsmann was a student of Ralph.
Yeah. So he could come anyway.
He could come now at the end of the season. He could be coming at the end of the season. But I mean, before Ralph's come in, I'm saying, like, if you think about it, from the outside looking in, why would one of them managers, who's at Bayern Munich, for example, want to leave Bayern Munich when you're playing, you've got the players that you've got there at your disposal, the squad you've got there is next level compared to Manchester United.
Yeah, but
if you're thinking of potential,
you say that, but you put the Man U squad in Germany, and those players will walk games anyway. That's the difference.
No, I know
they'll
that.
walk the games by themselves. You don't need to do anything special. Then you come to the Champions League or the big games, and then you see how they're tested. But that's the difference with the Bayern job, and that's why the attraction of coming to the Premier League is it's not taking a risk. The ambitious manager comes. The ones who would rather not come are comfortable. Think, you know what? I've got a great name. If I go there,
I'm not going to have a great name.
I could lose that name.
My legacy could go out.
Yeah,
out
and that's
the
why
window.
you rate people like Tuchel and coming in. You come to take the Chelsea job. How many Chelsea managers have we forgot the name of?
That's a very risky job to take.
Sick. Like Roberto Di Matteo,
yeah.
We forgot about my man. The guy who won the Champions League.
What about Avram Grant?
Was he the one that
He was a caretaker manager. They had Gus Hiddink as well.
So
they've had so many like interim managers, caretaker managers.
Forget about them. Even if they do great, we forget that Rafa Benitez managed Chelsea.
I knew he managed them.
Yeah,
I remember. Philippe Scolari.
Yeah.
He was a good manager for them for one season.
Yeah.
At that time, they were like bringing in one coach for one season. He'd kill it the next season.
So we're speaking
something would go wrong.
We're speaking about Tuchel. Let me ask you the one question now.
Go on.
We're talking about how he's going to compete. But Chelsea don't keep a manager more than 2 years. Mourinho stayed for 3 the first time round, right?
I think.
Is he going to stay?
I think he's going to stay.
Think they've got one for the long term?
I think
for the first time.
I think for the first time, this guy's temperament. What makes me think his temperament is very good, and that he can deal with the crazy Russian guy upstairs and the idiots that he's working with on the training ground, because of how he dealt with the Lukaku situation and how he laughed off with the press. Because you know the English press, they take the piss when they think there's a crisis. They start stabbing you with shovels, like trying to find out what's happening. They're spreading rumours. They're making things uncomfortable. He looked so comfortable, just laughing at the press and their questions, like, you know, just nonchalant, like it's nothing. This is no issue for me. Whereas you've seen previous Chelsea managers, the press getting under their skin. I've not seen him once look like that. These questions are getting under my skin.
I've always seen in him one of the best speaking managers. Yeah, when he was at PSG, and I used to watch the full post pre-match conferences, and when he's doing the English ones, and when he's speaking,
he's very intelligent.
Speaks French fine, speaks all these languages fine, but then when he speaks English, it's like this guy's actually his use of English is better than any English manager I've ever seen before. No, but the way he uses the language is impressive. But then why he left PSG, the rumours were that he's actually very aggressive and very abrasive. Actually, day to day,
yeah.
Yeah, but the way he presents himself and the club,
he's a bit of a bully.
Professionally, and that's why you need them guys. Them guys work best with Abramovich. Abramovich gets the best out of them, and they get the best out of
the
him.
players.
No, but out of him.
Yeah, of course, yeah. He knows,
right?
Yeah.
Because you can.
That's why him and Mourinho had such a good relationship.
Yes.
Because it was like that.
But then when you take that manager like Mourinho to
it doesn't always
people
work.
like the Man U board,
it doesn't work.
It's like
they're like, who the hell is this guy?
Yeah. Let's not compare. Yeah. Let's not compare. Right. Anyway, so you think he's gonna stay there for?
I think he's gonna. I hope
so. I don't hope so actually.
From a Premier League perspective, I'd like him to stay in the Prem with Chelsea, because you know what? Watching these big matches now, and you're seeing the coaches, they're battling each other, and you're thinking, this is This is something that worldwide people want to see.
I've got like an idea in my mind now.
Imagine if Zidane come to Man U in the summer.
That's what you
And then in the Prem now, you got Zidane, you'll have Pep, you'll have Klopp, Tuchel, Conte at Tottenham.
That's what you want.
Wow. You could say they're quite possibly.
Moyes at West Ham. Yes, Moyes.
Since Moyes has gone from Man U, by the way.
We've become a big...
Like,
we declined.
You've declined. Moyes left. He's excelled.
You can't say that. You can't say that. No.
He's doing really well. You guys, he must have really cursed you guys. Whoever he played, you know, one of my friends said to me, he said,
really, truly.
Listen to this, you're gonna laugh. This is the level where Man U fans are right now. In their hearts, this is what it's come to. Faz, somebody's done black magic on Man U, and it's fucking working. That's exactly what he said. Whoever's done it, it's fucking working. Look at us now. Look at us now.
What did I say? First episode of the Urban Ballers podcast, yeah? First episode of the Urban Ballers podcast.
Oh my God.
Man U fans are deluded.
They're mental.
We sat next to them, innit? They're not even passionate, man. Like, I wasn't hearing guys like...
Can I just say, right? They call Old Trafford the theatre of dreams.
There's one corner which is quite passionate from Man U. But that's one corner.
It's just one corner, bro.
It's almost like they put them all in one corner.
I don't know, like the 70s. What's the capacity of Old Trafford? 77, 75? I don't know what it is.
Mad.
There's such a big crowd there, right? All Man U fans. And there's just like, you hear little murmurs of glory, glory, Man United. And then a little bit more from that over there.
And when were you? You were in Anfield on Thursday, were you?
Yeah.
So how does that compare?
But this is what I was going to say to you. At one point at Anfield, right? Like the atmosphere wasn't as good as normal. I've been to Anfield a few times. Like when they played Man City in the Prem, my God, it was electric. Like you think every single fan was singing everything and they were shouting, right? But against Arsenal in the League Cup, it was like they weren't really that bothered. Number one, number two, I just felt like because the game wasn't as intense, like they weren't creating the chances the way they normally do, so the crowd was getting a little bit frustrated. At one point, the Arsenal fans were out singing the Liverpool fans, which my friends who are Liverpool fans looked at me and was like, this doesn't normally happen. So sometimes, depending on how the game's going as well, it affects it.
Yes.
Like Wolves did keep the fans quiet that day.
Yes.
Credit to them, because of the way they played, the Man U fans were thinking, is this where we are right now? Wolverhampton Wanderers have come up here. The fans are out singing us, and the players are out playing us.
But since that game, it looks like Wolves are actually now finished higher than Man U. 3-1 Southampton.
No, that game there, that Man U game there, you can tell now something's clicked for them.
Yeah.
Even Traore scored.
Traore scored his first goal for a while, but then continuing to boss games, game in, game out. That team is working. I'll tell you what.
Bruno, innit?
Since we talked about Bruno, the real Bruno.
The real Bruno.
The real Bruno. Even though the secondary Bruno is shining again. But since then, I've implemented the system of Bruno Lage. We used it yesterday.
Bad boy.
Total dominance.
Bad boy.
When you have the players for it, we literally we have a bit of a Traore. He's not as fast. Beastly player, right? Called Hamza. Proper beast. For a Pakistani guy, you've never seen it. You've never seen it. It's actually beastly, physical, good at dribbling.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's not like the best Pakistani players I've seen have always been intricate.
Yeah.
But this guy's
he's
a bit more bulky, yeah? And then on the other side is our best, or probably our most technical player in terms of dribbling. He's called Demo. 36 now. Killing the game. You can't, if you take the ball off him, you fouled him. That's it.
Right, okay.
The goal he scored, it didn't end up being his. It got blocked on the line. Someone finished it off from a corner. It was Messi-esque. The way he just chopped the guy. Oh my God. Wonders. I played him as the Pedence role almost. Yeah. Him and Hamza on the sides of one of our strikers. And then our wing backs were just up and down. Oh my God. That system works so... We don't have a Neves and a Moutinho. Yeah, we have one of our midfielders is a wonderful player. Yeah, it's called Edward. And he could probably play higher level. He's a Steven Gerrard in our level.
Yeah.
That's who he is. Physical, long balls, long shots, good dribbling, really get into every challenge. He's got that full all-round game next to one of our very experienced players. They held it down as a 2 with a 3 behind them. And that system, I watched that work, and you know what it makes sense to me? And why I used it is because it looked simple. It didn't look complicated.
Yeah.
And then when he explained it in the post-match press conference, like, if we don't go through the lines, we go
around.
outright.
Yeah.
That's what I told the lads. Whatever he said, I told the lads, look. And then also, guess who else uses that system? Tuchel.
Yeah.
So I explained it to them, and I said, Damo, look, Fernandes plays it, that role. You've probably seen Ziyech plays it for Chelsea.
Yeah.
And all it is suffocation. What Tuchel does is suffocate. And what Bruno does is play.
Yeah.
So we've just, like, I watched those two systems.
Combination of the two.
Well, it's the same system,
Yeah.
but I think, strange enough to say, but Wolves are better on the ball than Chelsea.
They are at the moment.
In terms of how they play, and we're more that team. But then we've got that grit
Wolves
to press as well.
Don't get it twisted. Wolves are a very, very technical footballing side. Don't forget, they've got a lot of international players, Portuguese international players in that team who are real ballers. I'm talking they play alongside Bruno. In fact, sometimes they put Bruno on the bench.
Yes.
These are proper top level players. So Bruno, I'm talking Bruno is a next level player.
Yeah.
And finally, we got a glimpse of the real Bruno when big runs isn't on the team.
You might as well make the point, innit? You might as well make this point, because I agree with it totally.
That performance from Bruno Fernandes just goes to show, right? Ronaldo in the team, it wasn't a good idea.
It's the balls that Solskjaer lacked, not even to drop Ronaldo, but to implement the same way. Why?
Maintain that Fernandes has to be the main guy.
Why were we doing bits under Solskjaer since Fernandes came? It's because we played through him.
Yeah.
We realised how special he was. We let him be the man. You bring someone now to overshadow Bruno, you have to handle that situation
And
well.
whoever's doing black magic, please stop it now. This
do
is a direct appeal, right? My Man United friends, they're so upset. They're crying all the time. You know, when we started this podcast, he had hair. He's so upset. It's gone.
How about, all right?
It's wash and go. It's gone.
All right. Quickly. After your banter finishes, yeah? What do you think on that game? Bruno smashed it, controlled the game like he used to.
That's what I'm saying.
How about Felipe Coutinho?
Listen, that guy, I was having a discussion with a couple of my friends. They were saying, oh, who would you rather have? I think they were saying, would you buy him? Well, in fact, no, sorry. My friends who are Liverpool fans said, would you rather have Milner or Coutinho in your team right now if you're Liverpool, right? And he was telling me he's in a Liverpool fan group chat, and they were saying, nah, Milner. And I said to him, I said, are they fucking stupid? That was my exact reaction, because Coutinho, right? This guy, from a midfield perspective, I think.
It's not about right now.
Right now. Doesn't matter. Right now or last season, I don't care if Coutinho's been playing or not.
No, but when Milner was playing regular, I understand. But Milner doesn't even play regular.
I've seen Milner play live, like in the flesh. This guy makes mistakes for fun.
No,
just hear me out.
He's a baller, man.
He's 36 now.
Yeah,
he needs to go back to Leeds.
Exactly.
That's the level he should be playing at now. At
Leeds,
fighting for relegation. Or he should be at Brighton with Lallana.
Whoa. Why disrespecting Milner? This wasn't.
No,
you shouldn't disrespect Milner.
No, please.
You shouldn't.
No, based upon the performance against Arsenal, the Carabao Cup, shocking.
When the guys look, the whole Liverpool team is now feeling shocked. When you lose Mane and Salah, you can't.
You can tell. You know what they're like? They look like they've just been through a breakup. That's the way they were behaving.
What do you mean?
They were just like, you could tell that they were thinking, that's where Salah used to run.
Did you see?
That's where Mane would be running now.
Chant the same. That's why they weren't chanting the same.
They weren't chanting the same because Salah.
There's no other player to chant about now.
Yeah, that's
they only
true.
chant about Salah. That's it.
Can you blame him?
Yo, that's what I'm trying to tell you though. Like, this is what we saw a meme, didn't we?
You got 1 minute.
We saw a mad meme in it.
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
It said Liverpool without Mane and Salah.
Manchester United.
Just put the Man U logo.
And I swear.
And obviously they smashed Brentford today, so they're not Man U. They're still better than Man U. But we understand it. It's like,
but there's a lot of similarities there.
It's like if you took De Gea out of Man U. Literally, that's...
Even Alisson was playing a bit mad against Arsenal. His decision making was a bit daft. Even he was thinking, I can't see Salah and Mane. What's happening here?
But Klopp's good enough to see it through, and there's only one more game without them.
No, it's only one more.
They'll be back.
Yeah, they'll be back.
They're not going to win the league, but they can push Man City.
I reckon my prediction isn't done yet.
Yeah.
It's not done yet.
Do you want to do a really, really, really quick team of the week?
No.
We
got 1 minute.
I've got it. Right, okay. 1 minute team of the week, yeah? 1 minute team of the week.
Let's see how fast you can speak now,
Okay, yo, only keeper I'm going to put in. Is it Ederson or Ramsdale? Who do you want?
I'm going to say...
Ederson,
Ederson, you know why?
Go on.
Because his presence against Chelsea, right? And I'm telling you, that was a pressure game for them. It wasn't an easy game for them.
It wasn't.
There was solid battles all over the park, and they needed him to be on it.
Yes.
And he was on it. There was a couple of moments where he had to be big. He had to be a little bit intimidating, and he was that.
When called upon,
he was there.
And as always, he's always there. And
Also,
it's a big chance. The one big chance against
Lukaku.
Yeah.
But also the passing from him.
Yeah. You need
choice of spreading the ball.
You need that in your big games.
Perfect.
Yeah, so Ederson. Centre backs, two of them. I've got Ben White as a definite in.
Yep, he's in.
Rudiger,
Yep,
second.
You can put him in.
Over Gabriel.
No. Laporte.
Laporte. You think, yeah?
No, yeah, Laporte played against Chelsea, right? And it was Rudiger / Kante that kind of made a mistake for KDB to be in on goal and score. So, that being said, you would say Laporte had a better game, he's in.
Laporte, yeah. Well, without Diaz next to him, it's a big one. Right back, I have to put Kyle Walker. I think there was a situation where there was a 3-on-1 almost.
Yeah.
And he just handled the situation so well.
I watched that.
The best defensive right back.
The commentator on Sky Sport, on BT Sports, were like, oh, Chelsea look like they're in here. And I don't know what, he must have just pressed nitro on his thigh. The guy was gone.
The best defensive right back England have in the Premier League, maybe the world, and that's why he always plays for England, and I stand by that, yeah? Left back, I have to give it to Brandon Williams.
Okay.
Because he absolutely, for one of the goals against Everton, intercepted the ball with a really good press.
Yes, he did, yeah.
And then ran half the pitch.
Yeah, he did, yeah. And passed it to Eder.
Eder. Smashed it. So that's the left backs. We've got some fantastic midfielders. I think we want to go maybe a narrow formation. We've got KDB, scored the win against Chelsea.
He's in.
Fred assisted one of
Not in.
Bruno's goals, but played well.
Bruno's in.
Coutinho. And Coutinho.
KDB, Bruno, Coutinho.
What a mad three. Are we going to go to 4 in the midfield? Let's have a look. Ramsey for Villa as well. Bossed it this week, so...
Gallagher.
Gallagher? Yeah?
Gallagher.
Was he doing bits as well?
He scored for Crystal Palace.
Again?
All right, so that's the 4 in midfield.
Okay, then we've got Saka, Harrison, Podence, Traore as the options up top. Junior from Real Madrid. We didn't speak about Clasico, but he bossed it. He was the player of the match by far.
Benzema.
And then up top, either Richarlison or Benz. Right, okay. So if you want to play an extra midfielder, Harrison scored a hat-trick against West Ham. Big game for them. He has to be on the bench. Team. No, he's not on the bench. Right. So I've got it for you. You want to play Gallagher as well? We're going to play a diamond formation. Yeah?
Go on.
Gallagher as the CDM, even though he's not a CDM, but he's going to be.
But he plays the role. He can play the role.
Yeah. KDB and Bruno as the 2, with Coutinho as kind of
the one, just the playmaker. Yeah.
And then I do want to get Junior in this team, but Harrison has to be in the team.
That's the team
after that performance. So it's going to be Harrison and Benz up top.
Perfect.
What a fantastic team.
Would have been even better if it was Junior, but it's all right.
Leeds.
Finally, Leeds have scored 3 goals in a game.
All right. I'll drop Gallagher. Okay?
That's fine.
I'll drop Gallagher. Ben's in the middle.
Yeah.
On the left,
Harrison.
On the right, Junior. And the 3 in the midfield is KDB, Bruno, Coutinho. Team of the week. Done. See you next week.
It's over. See you next week.